Hello, everyone. Uh, I just came up with this pretty sweet Vex build. So first, we're gonna go into Leeching Attunement. Some survivability. Um, you'll notice, like in gameplay, whenever my shield drops and I'm losing health, you're just like constantly getting lifesteal, so it's never really a concern. Um, Bloodletter because it's broken. This build heavily relies on Bloodletter. Just letting you know. Obviously, you want a lot of kinetic damage. That's what this build is built around. I picked Grave Power up. I don't. You could probably get away with putting these points somewhere else, but yeah, I don't know. It's felt nice to me. So everyone I've been seeing had been going into Green Tree, using like a Heart Piercer and a Grave Harvest, which is cool. It's fine. But I really wanted to use Dead Ringer. I think Dead Ringer's so fun. I think it's really cool being able to summon two different, a melee and a ranged minion or whatever. So yeah, I wanted to make something where you could still use your guns. You weren't wholly reliant on your minions, but you could also bring in your minions for bossing and mobbing. So first, obviously, reload speed is always nice. So I decided to grab this Idle Hands, and then we got Cold Iron, just 2 points in there because we want to move on. Since we're doing kinetic damage, I went 5 into Portents of Suffering. Coven's just great. I mean, the whole goal is to be proccing as much bleed as we can. So this kind of allows you, in a later skill, kind of allows you to get away without using the crit knife, which I think is fantastic because I'm guessing it's going to be nerfed soon. So I wanted this build to survive post crit nerf death. So I put 5 in here. Grave Fiends, I don't know. I haven't noticed much damage difference with and without it. I mean, obviously it's, better damage, but you could also, I have noticed a lot of issue with my skill uptime. Like I'm constantly, smacking my rep kit all the time. So if you feel that you're not losing out on too much damage, definitely consider throwing some points into Grave Quickening. I did Blood Sacrifice. I mean, we have this, and I'm trying to think of what other kills. I don't think we have many other kill skills. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're getting a lot of kill skills out of that. Right, that's why. Okay, I remember now why I put stuff in Grave Power. Okay, if you want Action School cooldown, I would take these points and maybe put them. Trying to remember. I remember there being one skill where I was like, more points. Okay, I remember which one. Okay. So then next we're gonna do this Prismatic Ichor. This skill is goated. It's awesome. It's awesome because you're constantly proccing this, or at least I think you should be, based off of Bloodletter. Of course, things die so fast with this build that you won't really notice it, but theoretically, since Bloodletter stacks, it should be proccing Prismatic Ichor. I don't know if it actually is, so don't quote me on that. Next, I want 5 out of 5 into Keen Suffering. Again, so the why Crit Knife is so good is because it procs itself when it comes to Bloodletter. So if you get a stack of Bloodletter on an enemy, let's say it's ticking for 100 damage, and say crit damage is, times 2. So you throw your crit knife, and you hit the guy. So the next proc is going to be 200 damage. But the thing is, since it was a crit based off of that crit knife, it's going to proc itself again. So then it's going to do 200 damage next tick, and then next tick it'll do 400 damage. And it'll keep going up and up and up every time Bloodletter ticks when you have a crit knife on it, till if you get enough crit knives in there and the stack's high enough, you could be doing, like, literally, it's infinite damage scaling. So that's why it's so good. So, yeah, I thought that this might help out with not using the crit knife. I mean, it's not gonna do as much damage, unfortunately, but it's still a really solid skill to have. By the way, if you want to get rid of Grave Power and use Grave Quickening, I threw some stuff. I tried it out with Gasterbait. I thought it was kind of fun, dodging all the time and going invisible, especially if you want to let your your specters do most of the work. You can dash around. I think this is off cooldown every minute. If you have it fully spec'd, I could be wrong. I don't know. And then next, just to cap it off, we're going 5 out of 5 into enchantment. This build is, you're not gonna. It's a hybrid build between gun damage and action skill damage. So you're not going to be doing crazy stuff. Oh, before I forget, specializations. So I did now with caffeine, but if you are going to be running, what's it called? Grave Quickening. I'd say instead of now with caffeine, either one shot, one kill, or in the zone, probably. The best defense is also good. We don't have much shield regen, so oh, sorry, never mind. I guess wear a low capacity shield, because we do have a lot of health regen. And then riddle this. That's just good damage. I am a gun. Again, this is great for your specters. And then a hone mind. Again, we just want as much crit chance as possible anywhere we can get it. So yeah. Right. Okay. Gear. So most of what I do is just any sort of shotgun, Jacob's shotgun, with the 10 pellet count. And I don't like when they have a mag, so yeah, I was using pre patch. I was using the Hellwalker, but they fire locked it now, which is very sad. But the TK's wave is good, very good actually. Just a bit wonky to use. Obviously we have the hot slugger, but I kind of prefer having more pellet count because it'll proc Bloodletter more. What else? That's kind of it for shotguns. I'm sure there's other stuff I'm forgetting about. The Anarchy is always fun to use. The bod is really fun, but that's really good for a different build that I might post at some point. Now for like SMGs and stuff, the Mad Lad's just fantastic. I mainly swap between these two: the shotgun for bossing, Mad Lad for mobbing. It's just such high fire rate. You're gonna be instantly, doing max stacks of Bloodletter right off. If you hit every shot, it's just instant. But you could also use, the Star Helix is fun if you switch to the vertical mode. That one's fun to use. Oh my god is fine. I guess, no, you can't use oh my god for it's not kinetic. Never mind. And then I always like to have a sniper on. I think sniping's really fun. I just have this purple one. I think this is the highest base damage purple sniper I've found, or purple Jacob sniper I've found, but you know, more damage better. The Borstel Ballista. It's pretty fun. It shoots out, like, once the bullet travels for a little bit, there's like a halo of bullets that go around it, that like circle around it. So if you have a crit knife, you can, I think it'll proc bloodletter. I don't know, to be honest, though. Boom slang, I mean, this one's just fun. I would say the Borstel or just a purple sniper is going to be better, but the boom slang is fun to use. Other than that, King's Gambit is fine. It'll get the job done. That's kind of it for guns. Rep kit, I'm using triple bypass. You can just spam it if you don't want to use whatever it's called, grave quickening, and you want to instead use now with caffeine. Crit knife, obviously. I mean, it's like without a doubt the best ordnance in the game right now. I have this crazy class mod. I have 5 in Bloodletter, but and you'll see in the oh my god, what's the first vault monsters? Radix? I don't know. When I was fighting the vault boss, I was actually using the wrong class mod. I kept like recording clips of it, and I was like, why am I doing not great damage? I'm so confused. I was melting it a second ago. It's because I was testing out this class mod. But as you'll see, I still do crazy damage. This one's fun. This increases prismatic ichor and portents of suffering. So you're leaning a lot more into like the status damage rather than, you know, straight kinetic damage. I have this one too. I forget what skill that one's called, but it's this one, yeah. Just more kinetic damage. It's kind of poor man's version of this one. But in terms of like legendaries that you can farm, I mean, one shot, or sorry, the Undead Eye is good. If you want to use a sniper more, it's fine. Pretty sure if you have the heirloom capstone on, I think it'll proc blood shots, right? That's what they're called. Sorry, I'm like flipping everywhere, or flipping back and forth everywhere. Yeah, blood shots. I'm not totally positive though. I haven't tested that, but I presume it would. But if you're doing this, I won't even get into it, but there's definitely a different way you could build it, so that if you had a good Undead Eye class mod, you could totally build around music, maybe using something like the XXL or XXXL, XXXL. Yeah, okay. And I mean, it's kind of, I guess if you can maybe find a good illusionist that pretty much any class mod that has bloodletter, material components, prismatic ichor, keen suffering would be really good. Portents of suffering. That's kind of it. I would say get a class mod that has like any of those on it, any, you know, high amount of numbers on any of those. I'm rocking the 5 bloodletter, and I rip bosses, and it's, especially with the specters, this build is also really good at mobbing. So yeah, anyway, I hope you liked this build, or I hope you like this build. I hope you try it out. Let me know if you guys like it. Yeah, thank you.